Hello, everyone. I'm Patrick,
I'm Nat.
and welcome to Sibling Chat. So, I guess in this case, our very first sibling chat.
Hmm.
Today, for the first chat, we thought it would be appropriate to start with a topic very close to home. So, it is family.
Yes, it's close to home. It's part of home. Well, for me, it is part of home family. Um, so the way that the structure that the video is going to take place, we're just going to kind of flow the conversation and chat about our opinions about different questions that we came up with. So I hope you enjoy it. So Pat, what's your definition of family?
So my definition of family is definitely, considering uh, we grew up in a family with five kids, two
I
parents.
don't count. I don't count. I'm a girl.
No, I wasn't counting myself.
Oh, okay.
For me, it's definitely a sense of belonging. It was definitely growing up. We already always really felt like a team,
Mm,
kind of doing things together,
mm.
um, playing together quite a bit,
Quite
and
a
just
lot.
really quite a lot. Yeah. On top of that, definitely a sense of acceptance because we all felt that we could be ourselves. Well, for me, anyways, personally, I definitely felt like I could be myself with my siblings and with my
Mhm.
parents. Um, and it's definitely something that shaped who I've become today.
Wow,
Yeah. What about
nice.
you, Nat? What is your definition of family?
My definition of family is all of just what you said, um, and more. And my the words that kind of popped out well, yeah, when I thought about family is love amongst everybody in the family, the love that I feel for all my family members, whether it's my wife, my kids, my brothers, my parents, um, or just any people that I consider family. Mutual respect is for me important in family as well. Some shared values too, to have a common ground it's really important. Um, and just to feel a connection with another human being. And it doesn't, for me, it doesn't have to be blood related. We do share an amazing connection between all our siblings in our family. But I do find, like, example, my wife, there's a connection there, that, and I consider her my family. Also blood related, my brothers, you guys are my family as well. So um yeah, so for me, those are kind of the words that popped out when I
Mm-hmm.
was
Mm-hmm.
writing it. But yeah, do you have anything to
Yeah.
add?
Yeah. I guess as that's the thing, family as a subject or as a word is definitely kind of fluid in the
Mm-hmm.
sense that it doesn't, like you said, it doesn't really have to be someone who you are related by blood with. It definitely is just in terms of the quality of the relationship and kind of the space that you're able to have with each other that kind of defines what you would consider a family.
Yeah, and because I mean, there are some people that we like, that what we consider a family, so blood related, that totally it's fire whenever they're together, or they can't. But I mean, there's a lesson behind that. But even if they're called family, doesn't mean that they get along and that they genuinely love each other. So I mean, we
Mm-hmm.
really have, um, I think, both sides. And I mean, I find myself pretty well. I feel pretty grateful that I have siblings that I get along with, and that I love, and we always have fun. So
Mm-hmm.
it's, yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely quite a big perk to have so many siblings that you can have so much fun with.
There's so many.
So many of us,
So
a
we're
big
so
old flock.
many. Whenever, if we're in a car together, we just keep coming out. It's never ending.
It's like the clown cars,
Yeah.
one after the other.
Yeah. Yeah.
So how would you say family is important to you, Matt?
Family is really important to me. Again, with that connection, but also being able to just be there for one another is really important. We're humans. We're not meant to
Mm-hmm.
live this life alone. We're meant to be in a community, be in a family. We're meant to surround ourselves with people that uplifts us, that makes us feel accepted, that makes us feel good. So family is super important. However your definition of family is, it doesn't matter as long as you have people that you call family that's always there for you.
Mm-hmm.
um, we all go through ups and downs, we all go through life, we all have uh, lessons to learn, but we also have a lot of things to celebrate too. And so family for me is a big part to be in that celebration, but also to be there for me if I need them to be, if I'm
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
not in a positive, always uplifting state. So yeah, family is very important to me. How about you?
Yeah. I mean, kind of. I'll probably just end up rewording a lot of what you just said, but definitely, definitely, like the words that come to mind are support.
Mm-hmm.
To know that whatever it is that happens out in the world or that happens in your own personal situation, that those are people that you can count on to be
Mm-hmm.
there for you
Mm-hmm.
in any respect that need may be, whether it's emotionally, morally, financially, like whatever it is. It's people that you know that are always going to be there to support and love you.
Mm-hmm.
um, on top of that, it's definitely I think of like safety or security. Always just knowing
Definitely.
that when you're with your family, you're safe. You can be completely relaxed, completely yourself. I definitely think those are the important parts to family. But yeah, definitely important to me as well.
So you said you were going to word that you were going to say around the same things, and you said something completely different, but still along the line of
I know, but
important.
it's just in my mind, like those words like are just explain like you said the explanation of the words that I said, essentially.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, that you
Oh, and I guess I
no
was just
go.
gonna say something else. Something else came to mind. It just comes down to like the relationships that you value most
Mm-hmm.
in your life, or I guess I should say the relationships that I value most within my life are definitely with the people that I consider to be family.
Yes,
And those are the 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 bigger, more important ones to keep close.
definitely. Yeah, yeah. See, you complete me. What role has your family played in your life for you?
Well, it's definitely, I'm gonna kind of repeat myself from my definition of family, but I did that on purpose. Um, the role that my family has played in my life is definitely it's shaped me into who I am as a person, in the most positive ways, and in some of the negative, like like the things that I need to learn most about, I
Mm-hmm.
guess. They've had very strong influences in both those aspects. It's taught me to, I guess, more so now looking back at it, but it's taught me to value having healthy relationships.
Mm-hmm.
It's taught me to value putting the work into being able to have healthy relationships. Um, Obviously, having four siblings, it's taught us cooperation. Working together for whatever it is, whether we're playing mini hockey. I was like, no, for me, yes, yes. Maybe not for you, but for me.
I'm kidding. Uh,
Or when we were building our couch forts, we had to work together to be able to make it work. So it's definitely something that I hold really close to my heart now that
mm-hmm.
I'm an adult. Um, another thing that kind of made us be grateful for now is compromise.
Mm-hmm.
5 kids, both our parents had good jobs. They worked really hard, but it's still 5 kids, still 5 mouths to feed. So it's taught me the value of like you don't need to have everything you think you need to be happy, to have fun, to be to be positive. It's really just kind of what you make of it once you have it that kind of counts. And yeah, I'd say that pretty much wraps up family to me. What about
Well,
you?
it's I'd say it's pretty complete. I'd say it's really, really good. For me, the word that pops into my head is growth.
Hmm.
It's been from as long as I can remember. Um, Whether it'd be a situation with either my mom or my dad or just parents or siblings, it was growth. And now with my wife and kids, it's all growth, whether it's a good situation, well, a good situation, um, or something that I need to learn something from. It's always there to help me grow and then blossom into the person that I'm supposed to be. And so,
Hmm.
and you touched upon a lot of points of being five kids in a family, uh, really good values that I took on, from like just cooperation, compromise, being. I love being in a team, feeling that I'm part
Hmm.
of a team, like a team
A
community,
unity. Yeah.
yeah, unity, um, and I love it. I love like even just this. I love this. I love
Hmm.
cooperation. Like and and so for me, that's a big part of me, and I know that it's because of growing up in a big family, but also uh, growth on the other side, where if something worked out for me just as one of the siblings, it was still a learning curve, because there's always something to go through to get to an end result.
Hmm. Hmm.
So regardless of the situation, so yeah, growth all the way for me. It's been a growing
Yeah.
experience for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. No, it's definitely, I find it very interesting. And like, I haven't really kind of looked into that before now having this conversation with you, but
Hmm.
it's very interesting to see how your your definition of family and how it kind of relates to your life has evolved,
Hmm.
having started your own family. Um, I'm not comparing, but I just find it very interesting how for you, like it's kind of a lot of things have shifted towards just what you want to apply towards your own personal development because it directly affects the children that you're raising.
Yeah.
Versus for me right now, I'm still kind of coming full circle around what it is that I've learned and what I still have to learn in regards to my family relationships. And I think it's definitely something that doesn't really ever stop. You're always learning about how to better your relationships, how to communicate better, and all those different things.
Hmm.
But I've just found it very interesting to listen to what you had to say for family, just given your different position in your life.
Yeah, it's a really, really, really good point. Um, there's something that shifted in me when we had our first child, and it was really like just being in a relationship. It kind of makes you question a lot of things about yourself, a lot of things about your upbringing, because some things that you maybe say or do can either go well with the other person or can clash depending on their background and their upbringing. So just being in a relationship in general with another person makes you look inside and kind of self-reflect. But when there's a child involved,
Hmm.
then it's like, okay, you double down and you're like, okay, what? But we kind of did this before we had our first newborn, but as he grew up and as time went on and new things started popping up, because you can only prepare for a child so much in advance, because you know it's the first one, it's totally it's in the unknown,
It's a
and
brand new experience.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
brand new experience. You're raising a tiny human, so you can't really prepare, but you can kind of try to and put yourself in the
yeah,
mindset that you
yeah.
want to be in when the child comes into the world. So but it's been a lot of newer things to like. It's one thing to be in a relationship, but it's another thing to be in a relationship where there's a child, so you kind of have to
Hmm.
really really go dig deep and really point out and figure out what you want to bring to that kid
Hmm.
and what you don't. So yeah, it's different.
Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, you know what? I think the point you just made
Hmm.
should wrap up the conversation perfectly.
Sure.
Just given no, just because given our sibling chat for the next episode
Yes.
being on the topic of relationships,
Hmm.
I think it's a good way to end it, just as a segue to the next topic.
Hmm.
So I think you just kind of hit the nail right on the head to finish it off.
So tune in next time for next video for our chat, which is going to be on relationships, as Pat just said. We hope that you really enjoy this video as much as we enjoy doing it, and keep an eye open for our next videos that we're going to be releasing. And thank you for watching. Thank you. And
Yeah,
if you
thank
have
you
any
so much.
comments or any questions, don't hesitate. We would love your feedback. So thank you.